What's up, my boiii?
From that city with juice, ain't no pity or truces. When we dip and gun smoke's conclusive. Don't act clueless, hella foolish in the 90s. And GP shotgun when we ride. Solid on the yard, name hard on these streets. Dim my crimes, gangster rhymes on dope beats. Still fuck laws, ain't no pause in our demeanor. Rest in peace, Muggsy and my road dog creeper. Ways to put it down, no fear of new cases. Years ago, though, it was guns and chases. 714 on my shoulders, kept it active. Roll like soldiers, G-code ain't passive. Still macking ratchet, still packed at the waist. Still stacking racks, still flash when they hate. Now it's podcasts and videos with pretty hoes. Me and George banging orange till the city's known, really though.
OG way. We keep it moving smooth like every day. Every day. They gonna know that homie, we don't play. It's going down for sure, for sure.
Real G's in this industry.
So they gonna how we do it on these streets for sure. Streets for sure. We make that green, don't you know, loco? We making moves all day, all day, all day, all day.
Grew up in the streets of the LB. We don't love these hoes, what they tell me. Packed up and moved to the OC. Me and George ballin' like Shaq and Kobe. Fuck bitches, get money, living wealthy. Bad bitches screaming, let me get a selfie. Big stomps, GP, some real G's. Side dick is the general of an army. XG podcasting in the morning. Don't say F.A., here's your warning. That other bullshit be boring. With some goofy ass question that's corny. Tommy, let me finish my story. Shooting shots, game 6, rubber or rig. Smoking blunts in the bus while I'm touring. Now welcome to George Perez Stories.
OG way. We keep it moving smooth like every day. Every day. They gonna know that homie, we don't play. It's going down for sure, for sure.
Real G's in this industry.
So they gonna how we do it on these streets for sure. Streets for sure. We make that green, don't you know, loco? We making moves all day, all day, all day, all day.
Welcome to the George Perez Stories.
What's up, my boy? George Perez Stories right here, episode 318. George Perez Stories is brought to you by JB & Sons Tree Service Landscape and Installation. Look, guys, this company's so good. A grandpa had it, a father had it, now a son has it. They're keeping it down. If you got golfers that they got tattoos and they're tearing the line up, these guys will come over there and spray them and they're gone. JB's and Sons Tree Service Landscape and Installation. They specialize in tree removal, stump removal, anything removal, guys. Like, look, like if your tree is going on your neighbor and he's tripping because there's fruit or whatever, they'll come. These guys will spray your neighbor. They take care of everything. JB and Sons Tree Service Landscape and Installation.
They won't pee in your sink or bang your wife.
Yes, yes, yes. Always a little cut. Hit them up on Instagram at JMBARRIOS12 and also JB and Sons Instagram. Episode 318. I'm excited, man. Kurt, Josh, what's up, doggy dog?
What's
Kurt Metzger,
up?
Josh Potter, back on the GPS.
What if the landscaping company comes back and they're like, we can't guarantee that last part that Kurt said?
No, dude.
Well, it's
we might fuck
landscaping.
your
They
wife.
shouldn't even be inside.
Yeah.
I think it's a safe promise to make.
Yeah.
All right.
No,
It's not a
straight up.
contractor. Like a
Yeah.
No, that's great, though.
Like, does anybody have like a lawn in their living room? Like, what you doing? I didn't know the tree was in the bathroom.
Does anybody have that? I wonder if everybody's like, I want to have a lawn.
Well,
my
in like the Mexican Cuban culture, yes.
Really?
Like
Of a
when you go to
living
a
room or a
house,
lawn?
well, like when you go into the house, so they have a gate and then they have like a patio area that has like grass and like a water fountain, and it's like where you eat outside.
No
then you go
shit.
in the kitchen. The kitchen usually doesn't, but like they got some plants and shit in there that a gardener might need.
If
to.
your living room has grass, you're homeless. I mean, that's what that means.
Yeah. That's crazy, huh? Like, hey, those people in LA are not homeless. You know that, right?
Who? The homeless ones?
The
They're
homeless
not.
ones?
What
Not
are
really.
they?
You're
Like,
right.
okay, if you got a fucking tent and you got power, if you got a sofa in your tent, you wake up, you got a hot plate, you got a hot meal, you're not really
Home
homeless.
is where the heart is, I guess. Is what
Yeah.
This is the dopest place to be homeless.
Yeah, that's why. It's not homeless. It's just like, yo, I do drugs and this is where we kick it at.
Well, that's the thing. That's what I met a couple of like. I didn't meet them like by going like, "Hello, sir, how are you?" But I just ran, on the beach
That's how I
in
do it.
Venice. Like when all the homeless people were there during pandemic, they're like, "I live on the fucking beach. Why? What am I? You're gonna go back to your house? Have fun?
I know none
how
of them
much is
had
your
bad
rent?"
COVID numbers either, by the way.
None.
Not any of them.
No, COVID was scared of
The homeless
fentanyl.
population has grown.
I really think Gavin Newsom was kind of like going like, "Let it run through them." You know what I mean? That'll be. Like,
It would
the
have
way we
said,
clear
hey,
'em
dog,
out.
if the
Yeah.
homeless fell out, it would have been the best pandemic ever, though. Property would have went
Yeah,
up.
he would have made a gamble on it being so bad that he kept everyone else inside except the homeless and hoped it wiped them out. Like he thought it was going to be like
I bet a lot of I bet the guy from DreamWorks hoped it would wipe out like these creeps from like what's the fuck's the guy's name? I can't remember, but they're all like the reason they can't just make houses and put people in them, which by the way totally works.
It does it. All you're doing is give him another place
Two
to
places
do dope.
did it.
Yeah, but not
So,
here. It doesn't
okay.
work because they're like
Two places
the
have
beach
done
is
it.
dope,
I want to say Finland,
but they're
Finland
cold weather
and
places.
Mississippi.
Mississippi?
Yeah, but it gets
Mississippi,
cold.
It's different
there.
weather.
Yeah, it gets cold there.
The point is, they just spent like I don't even know how much on fucking Ukraine that I don't give a shit about. Just build houses. Let's say they fuck the houses up, but I don't give a shit about
but
that.
like, if you build a house, this is my point of view. My point of view is like, if you build a house, it's like, okay, so now I'm making it easier for this fool to live longer. Like, we just got to stop. Hey, dog, if you're going to live on the street like the OGs used to, dog.
Well, the problem is they do it in front of people's fucking houses.
I know, like, you can't. And you'll get in trouble. Like, the homeless one has a phone and he's recording you. I seen some lady put water on him. He got her in trouble.
Back home, we had a deer problem, and there was people having deer all over their lawns and everything like that. You know what they instituted? They hunt where you are. Like, you could just kill them if you want.
No way.
Yeah, dude.
So you're saying to hunt the homeless? Like
No, I'm not
deer?
saying that's a solution. I'm saying, though, it's where
Sounds like a final solution.
it's where
is what I'm
desperation comes in. It's like they did it with deer. It's like these rich people are going to get crazy.
The amount of
at
money
some
that
point.
they spent on whatever dumb shit got spent on, you could have solved the problem 7 times over. You could have done it badly and then be like, oh, we got to do it again.
Yeah, and
that would have been better than what they spent the fucking money on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no doubt.
It's literally a thing that could be fixed.
Yeah, the superintendents, supervisors, I heard they got like $200,000 and up just to go out, give
There's
a
more
fool
money
tent.
in fucking not solving it. now.
Yeah.
That's bottom line. There's more money not solving it, so it's not going to be solved.
But you know what, though? I do like homeless people with pets because they always feed the pet before they feed themselves.
Is that true?
Yeah, you always see it, dog.
You fatten it up in case you're really hungry.
Yeah, like they always got big-ass dogs and shit. The dog's like, man, I had 7 Taco Bell burritos today, player. Chill.
Outside
Hey.
San Jose, though, I was at a gas station, like a rest stop, and there was a dog that was very clearly, its ribs were out, everything was very hungry. So we fed it and everything like that, but it was bringing food back to the homeless person.
No way.
Wow, that's like Mad Max's dog did that.
Yeah.
Mad Max would eat the dog food and then give him a little.
Oh, fuck.
It was wild.
That's crazy, dog. But that's... How do you train something that's hungry?
Well,
Yeah.
dogs are inclined to be like that.
Well, he'd give him more, like a little bit of some. You know what I'm saying? Like he must be like incentivizing.
Dogs
it
are
somehow.
very trainable.
Yeah.
I don't know, but that's some stupid shit. If I was hungry, I wouldn't be like, hey, I would just be like,
I'm surprised that somebody who lives on the street who has it together enough to train a dog to that high level doesn't like have a home. Like that's a wild thing.
yeah, you know, I
'Cause
have
that's a lot of discipline.
But isn't that the mental illness part? Like this
It is
so wild that we're
it's
talking
really
about
70%
yeah.
mental ill.
They don't
Fools
want to
that are
have a
just
home.
like,
They're like, I
You know
don't
when that
need a
shit
home.
started in the
cool.
80s?
not over here.
In the 80s, Reagan they cut they opened up all the loony bins. There used to be hobos and shit. Dude, look at pictures of the Great Depression. And it's like all those tin shacks.
So Reagan had to let him go, right?
It
He
used
was
to be
he's
like
been here 20
Vietnam
years.
vets who
They
couldn't
just
come
put
back and
all,
regulate
so
themselves.
it wasn't like street, because actually there's more homeless than you think. It's just most homeless you don't encounter in tents and they're not drug at. Most of them are homeless for good.
Yes.
And, like, you're just seeing the ones that, like, really bottom out.
Yeah,
but
you
there's
see
actually
the
a
ones,
lot of them.
Yeah, I think we see the ones that can function in society. The real homeless fools that can't function in society, those are the fools.
You wouldn't know some of the people that are. Like, I didn't understand that. Like, so a lot of people have jobs that are homeless. They're just home, but it's not like they're going to live in the street. But it's so much more of that than you think. But
that's real homeless. That's what. Hey, homeless has a couple layers, huh?
Well, that's like the homeless that I feel like I've experienced at least minutely, like sleeping in my car or whatever.
LA has the worst. It's all.
There's like dudes that wear ties to work that sleep in their car.
Look, they don't want to build houses just if you have the money to buy a house. They don't want to build houses because houses are now an investment. It used to be a consumer good, like I need a house, you get one. But now it's a thing that's an investment. So that changes the whole. That's how you get to make like racial naiborhoods and all that, because it's based on like, well, what's it going to be worth?
Yeah.
And so that change. I can't remember exactly when that changed, or I wasn't alive when it did. But that's when you got all the. LA is notorious for that, like the zoning of. In fact, I think LA classified Mexicans as white so that they wouldn't have to bus black kids to like all white schools, and they could say, "Look, we integrated these black kids because they temporarily classified Mexican as white." That's how like racist the planning of this.
Yeah, they're like they were born here.
Yeah, it's wild, dude. Like, and all that shit's.
But the whole world is like that.
Yeah, I mean,
many urban
I'm not
planners
like-
from the
I
early.
mean, America is like that the
Yeah,
most because
urban
other
planners
countries
really-
they're all the same.
I don't
deliberately
think it's
did
a thing of people's like inner evil or even it's something. It's like commerce. Like when things not a consumer good where we all should be able to get one, and it becomes a thing like that. That's when all like any edge you could get in that you're going to try to take. So then it could be anything, racial, handicap.
Well, let me ask you a question. Right now, you're not a millionaire as far as like 10 million, 100 million. Say you became a millionaire that got, let's just say you got 80 million, dog.
80 million? That's like quite a bit of money.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Exactly. And all those people that had like 30 million and 20 million, they would never talk to you. Then now you go
The 30 millionaires, I wouldn't talk to them. I have $80 million.
I know, but like you
We
wouldn't
talked with 30 millionaires.
How would you be?
What do you mean?
Like, how would you be? You don't know how you're going to be, but right now, think about it. If you got 80 million,
I would fuck around a lot.
would you be like,
I mean,
you
it
know
would
what,
be
man?
bad. It'd be one of those lottery people that
I'm
would
going to
die.
try to help out these homeless fools because I just came up on this overnight. Maybe.
I don't know that you can just go in with money and do that because
Okay.
guess what? There's a whole bunch of government shit in your way.
They're blocking you. They're like, yo, homie, that's our stipend.
People
You
try
might
to
as
do
well
that.
light it on
There's
fire
people that were
sometimes.
making, those tiny houses, which are better than tents.
Yeah.
People try to do that, and they won't let them because people are like, yeah, build that here. This is, this is number one liberal NIMBY fucking shit where you're like, I'm so BLM and all that shit, but not by me, motherfucker. Like, this state's like big on that. So every state is actually. But Mississippi, because nobody's trying to move to Mississippi like that.
Hell no.
No, it's true. But Mississippi solved their homeless problem because they don't have the sought after real estate like you would have here.
Yeah.
They're like, we're just going to build some houses. And it worked really well. They have 3%.
Why don't we send everybody here to Mississippi then?
I'm sure we're sending Vegas is sending them here for sure.
Yeah.
First of all, there's a massive migration anywhere here because you get drugs here. So if you're like,
It's cracking out here.
yeah. So
Yeah, that's why they're all
you
like,
see
let's
videos
go
of
to
people
LA.
just like bent over because they're taking some like new shit you never heard of.
Yeah. It's
I
like
don't know if
it's
there's
like one of those
anything new
sci-fi
that I haven't heard of.
It's like one of those sci-fi movies where they're like,
Like, I work at the strip club. I see an overdose once a week.
Do you know Kensington's in Philadelphia? It's like
that shit's
Oh, my
crazy.
God, yeah.
Okay, that was like when I started comedy. That was the town. Everybody local had a joke about like how come it's not called a toothbrush, or how come it's called a toothbrush in Kensington because it can't be a teeth brush. Some shit like those kind of jokes.
They do so much crack, their teeth's gone.
They do a thing called trank.
That
It's
sounds
all
like
just,
some
like,
fucking
mixes and
Tom
shit.
Cruise movie or something.
So it's like it's not drugs you haven't heard of, but it's like somebody figured a way to package them. I guess that's what crack is, right? Like somebody figured out how to package freebase.
It's your own shit.
Yeah, so it's like it sounds fucking crazy. There's definitely fentanyl in it, and it's
Like
mixed
little
with something
parts?
else, and the people are just standing there bent over.
Yeah, it's like when you go to the taco, you're like Mr. Pibbs, right? Orange.
Yeah.
They get a drug.
It's probably not as dangerous as those drinks, but it probably not as harmful as those, but it fucks people up, and it's just like flooding that area.
Wow.
Yeah, driving down that street is like a zombie.
I like to think of it as small pharma.
Small
Where you
farmer,
live, is there a lot of
cottage farm.
homeless?
There's quite a few, but the winter like thins them out. There's so many like classic homeless people that died during a generational storm. You know, like
Yeah.
Once where you're like, oh, Larry, you know their names, the homeless people.
Where is this?
In Buffalo?
Oh yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
Wait, ain't that where Monterey is from? Buffalo?
Yeah.
That's right.
So it'd be like there was one homeless guy that there was like news articles about and everything. He was like a famous homeless guy in Williamsville where I grew up. And 2 winters ago he like died in a bus stop like because of the blizzard. Yeah.
Wow.
But how many winters did he make it through?
He went to school with Rick James.
Probably. Dude, he was in Nam, this guy. This guy
After
was in
he
Nam.
died, Rick James made a song about him.
If you're homeless in Buffalo, do you want some fucked up? Well, there was a blizzard in New York in I don't know 2010 or 11.
Hey, describe a blizzard for me, dog, because I've never.
Dude, I was just in one.
Like,
I was in the
can
worst
you
blizzard
drive
in
in
like
them?
I was in not this one, dude.
Yeah.
I was just in a fucking blizzard in Christmas
Way
time.
more than limes, though. That's the important thing.
Yeah. Yes.
So me and my girl,
2 of them,
when I
please.
used to live out there, so I lived on 6th. It's Alphabet City, but they call it the East Village because they jacked the price up when I lived there. But there's a good coffee shop at the corner. You get I live in C. That's where I lived, and you get anything any time of night, like anything, because New York, right? And there was a blizzard, and my girl's like, she had to go get coffee, and so she goes, and she comes back crying. She got coffee. Some homeless guy froze as she walked back. There's like cops and an ambulance, and some fucking legs just sticking out of the snow. Like some dude just froze in the night, and his legs were sticking out of the fucking snow.
Fuck.
Yeah, and she's like, she just has coffee, and she comes in like, I'm like, oh.
Dude, the blizzard I was just in Christmas time where I got stuck in a hotel for like 7 days was like one of these ones where it's like I tried to go outside just to smoke a cigarette, and it would be like I couldn't even like stand outside the door of the thing. It was a hurricane.
That's why people come here.
The snow was like there was like 8 feet of snow or some wild shit.
Fucking
Driving
snow.
bans. It was wild. So like, and it didn't stop. It just kept going and going. And by the end of it, that was the thing. They were finding people like buried underneath the mounds.
Could we get some lemons and that tahine?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Put a little tahini on it.
Hell yeah. Tahine's the shit, dog.
It worked beautiful. Oh, that's the story you told me not to tell until this.
Okay.
I just remembered because I used to try to find anything to cut liquor with, like pineapple juice. I used to drink Prairie Fires, which is you put Tabasco sauce in it and tequila.
Yeah. Oh, it'll eat it up a little.
Yeah, it does.
But then it'll eat you up.
Oh, and so it was free drinks at the cellar, not the cellar, at the comic strip. And so it was one of the first clubs I got passed in at New York. Was
What year is this? Like 99?
No. I probably started in around then. It was 2004 or 5.
Oh shit.
Maybe 2004. It was after 9/11, but before. Yeah, around 2004.
Before
Patrice
Katrina.
was alive. That's what I remember. Because Patrice. So me and Big J. Jay passed first at the club, and then I did, and Lucian.
How do you get past? Sorry.
You go up for Lucian, who's dead now, but he was he was like one of the old time bookers of New. Like bookers have been there for like a bunch of places. The turnover would be like the guy that brought the beer upstairs and books the club.
Yeah.
There's a lot of places.
Fuck that.
I just want to drink this right now without a line because.
Right.
Should I be patient?
Yeah.
I should. Okay, so. So comic strips on the Upper East Side. And I had, so my girlfriend that I had moved with to New York, we were broken up, but still kind of, or we were getting back to some shit like that, getting back together. And she had an apartment on the Upper East Side. Okay? And,
that could mean something good.
thank you, brother. You're welcome. That's very good of you to get. Buddy, I'm gonna tahini you. I'm making a mess on your table. So
Who gives a fuck? I'm gonna scoop it up.
Yeah, get it up.
I clean. Hey, tahine. This is what it's about. Like this shit right here is fire, dog.
Yeah, I like it. I'm into it.
Cheers, motherfucking Kurt Metzger, dog. From me and you, A1 from day one.
Oh, you did it
I did it
first.
backwards.
I did it after. Yeah, I was going to say.
I was so stupid.
You reversed. It's like smoking a cigarette backwards.
Yeah.
That's like eating her ass and then kissing her.
Wait, why is that
Should have
bad?
just stuck with the ass.
So
It's
you're
like if
saying
she ate your ass and kissed you.
You're saying normally you cut the taste of kiss with some ass.
No, because look, as weird as this sounds, the asshole has had the less dick in her life ever. Her pussy in her mouth has had
But
the
it's
less.
had the most shit,
I've never
though.
even looked at it that way before. I've never seen it that way before until you just said that. That's a great point.
What's up, fool? I love you. All right, take a shower. Late.
Oh, you just blew my fucking mind.
It's true.
No, I learned that from a stripper. Go ahead.
There's the most. It's
That
had the
does
most
sound
shit
like some
though.
Old stripper whore wisdom.
Yeah.
That seems like some justification or some spin zone because it had the most shit.
No, you know what? Working girls are the cleanest unless they're like, complete street fucking.
No, you're
walkers.
exactly right. They're like union. These bitches
Well,
come
that's
in
true.
with
That's exactly
wipes,
right, yeah.
their own condoms, their own like.
Because I
special
used to I
sterilization.
dated one briefly. No, not date. We shagged up for like a week. It was like at a drug fucking frenzy. But I remember I used to get paranoid that I had AIDS. Because I came from a churchy background,
Yeah.
And I'd be like, oh my God, I definitely have AIDS for this. Like I would get, and I remember being like freaked out with her. And she goes, shut the fuck up. She goes, you get diseases from girls at a club. Like, not working girls. She was like offended that I would think.
Of course.
But she was like a high priced kind of girl,
Correct me if I'm wrong, but like you have to have sex to me, from what I heard, with that person more than once.
Dude,
like there's really no one.
You have a better shot.
AIDS.
This is what I found out later after I got over the just fear of being tested. Let's say you were sharing a needle. It's still a 1 in 300 chance sharing a fucking needle.
Yeah.
Which is not a good, I wouldn't take that chance, but.
You're not my friend. The fuck, dude?
No, there's no one.
We
Maybe
just
mother,
fucked that
but that's
bitch in the
it.
ass together, but you're like, sharing the needle, George? Get
God,
out of here.
I kind of
She'll
wish I
take
didn't
the
know
brunt
that
of
stat
that.
for future me.
Oh, wait. Okay, so hold on. I got off track. So
That's a good shot, huh?
it's great. I used to drink Prairie Fires at the comic strip, and it was free drinks. You get to tip the bartender, though.
Of course.
But free fucking drinks. Later, we found out this dude, we used to call him the Legendary Tin. He was this Chinese guy that worked all the maintenance shit. Ooh, I inhaled tahini. God damn. And he was like watering down the liquor for years, it turned out.
Yeah.
But I would get these Prairie Fires, and Patrice was on stage, and it was some girl from like South Carolina or something that I started talking to while I'm shit-faced. I must have drank like 4 or 5 of these fucking things, okay? And I'm like, and this girl, her parents are in the show, and Patrice, when he would get into it with a crowd, it was hilarious. So basically, these parents got a divorce.
Legend.
Her parents were getting divorced in the crowd through crowd work while she was.
Oh,
she came
my
out to
Lord.
drink because this weird. She was in with her parents.
Yeah.
So I'm like 23 or something, right? And she said she's 21, I guess. I don't know. It was like, so we're sitting there drinking. She's like, hey, so my ex who had an apartment by the comic strip that I was starting to see again was out of town, and I had the keys to her apartment. So I'm shit-faced. I know this girl wants to fuck, so
Let's go.
I go, yeah, and I go, okay, we could go to my other place. I go, I have another apartment over here. My girlfriend's moving out. I don't even know if there's furniture. I think it's just there's an air mattress in there.
Of course, some cushion for the pushing.
Okay. I'm shit-faced out of my mind. So me and this girl go to my ex-girlfriend that I'm getting back with's apartment while she's out of town. Okay? So it's already pretty grimy, dude.
Damn.
Yeah. While her
Before
parents are having
Ring
a
cameras,
breakdown.
I'd imagine.
Right?
We go in, okay? As I'm entering the outer door of the apartment, the outer door key just gets stuck in the fucking door, and I can't get it out. So I just left it in the door, the outer door, and I'm like, I'll worry about it.
In. Yeah.
So I just left her fucking door key stuck in the door. So I go up. So we go in, we're like making out, and she keeps calling me Charles. Like she doesn't remember my name.
Charles.
She goes, oh, Charles. I'm like, yeah, Charles.
Honestly, though, don't you giggle inside going, bitch, I can't even get caught now. She's gonna
I
call
wasn't
me
giggling.
Charles.
I wasn't giggling. No, well, okay. In a dim part of my brain, yes. In a very small part. But the main part of my brain, I drank so many stupid fucking prairie fires. My dick, it was like Keith Robbins used to have a joke about mashed potato. Like you're trying to mash your dick in, like mashed potatoes. No condom, nothing.
Yeah.
Okay? I think she like sucks on me for a second, and I like kind of get it half hard and in. Okay? But barely.
Yeah.
Then I have to get up and I just start vomiting for like dude, nonstop.
I've fucking been there, dog.
Yeah.
Then I pass out.
Embarrassing, huh?
Okay, then I pass out. So this was not any kind of good encounter for anyone. Okay? I pass out, wake. I'm like, oh, and she goes, oh, I think I have my period on your air mattress. This is my girlfriend's air mattress that we just did this on.
No way.
Yeah. I'm like, shit. I'm like, oh, and then I'm waking up. I'm sober now.
Yeah.
I'm like, I left the fucking door key. So I got to go talk to the super of the building.
To get the key.
And I go, hi, I got a key stuck in here last night from whatever. And this old Polish guy who he just walked in his room and just gave me the key.
All right.
I'm like, okay, thank God. I know my ex is getting back. I'm like, not pretty soon after this has happened. Okay? I go and I look at the fucking sheet. There's nothing on the sheets. I don't know what she's talking about, period. I'm like, oh. I was stressed about that for a whole
That's
hours.
crazy. She shit on herself. She shit on herself instead of the
No,
bed.
it was like a dark color. Here's what turned out. So me and my ex get back together after this. Okay? And I move into, it's a studio apartment on the
You
Upper
got a
East Side.
bed now?
Yeah. She goes, and so I've been moved in for a couple months, and she goes like, I was the weirdest thing. So she used to work for some rich guy as an assistant, and it was his air mattress. She goes, so I go to give what's his name back his air mattress, and there was like this big blood stain all over it. George, now first of all, I have such a Muppet face that to lie like
It's hard.
Okay, it's very.
I can tell it is.
But I'm telling you, because I had never dreamed. I thought I got away with it.
Yeah, you did.
And I go,
Well, you still
and
did.
I go, this is what I did, dude. And I mean, I can't even tell you the feeling of pain. I go, when did you get your period on the air mattress?
Straight up. Flip.
Dude, I put everything on it. She goes, I don't know. And I was
Hilarious.
like, oh, and it's not that I lied so good. It was because she couldn't even have conceived that this is what had happened before she got back.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's the only reason, because she couldn't even conceive that I had done something that grimy. Oh my God.
I might have even said, "Oh, I got a bloody
Anyway,
nose
Prairie Fire is
while
not
you were
a
out
good
of town.
drink.
I got a bloody nose. I thought I cleaned it up." But
Yeah.
I
Yo,
would've said
guys,
something.
speaking of periods, we're going to take a pause and be right back. Late. And we're back like a hood rat in the Cadillac waiting for the zigzag. We got Kurt Metzger in the building, Josh Potter in the building. Josh, you're from Buffalo, you're from Philly.
No, I'm from Euclid, Ohio, which is by Cleveland.
Oh, I used to
and then
live there.
New Jersey, and then a little bit North Carolina.
Euclid Brewing
We
House.
moved a lot.
Okay.
I used to live in Cleveland for a year. Did morning radio there, and
Really?
I used to go to the Euclid Brew House or some shit and do comedy there. It was
I did it in Cleveland once. I did
Where?
Hilarities.
Oh, that's a great club.
And I did it with Joey Diaz, and it was fucking like, hey, dog, classy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hilarious is a
The
great club.
steak was,
Yeah.
the owner, the old man.
The Greek man.
Yo, you
Yes.
know who came in the last time
Great.
I played Hilarities?
Huh.
The black president. What do you want? The black president from 24, Dennis Haysbert, the All-State.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the
He
fool
was-
that was in no, he was in
He's
Heat.
a lot.
He was
You just
in
came
Heat.
in while
Wait,
you were at
who is he?
Hilarities?
He was the cook that was the driver.
Oh, that's right, he was. I
I
forgot Dennis Haysbert is the cook in Heat.
Remember, he
He
pushes
throw-
the cook.
yeah. Oh, I forgot.
And you saw him, he came to your shows on Hilarities?
I think he was just hanging out at the fucking restaurant part. I don't think I know.
Dude, the restaurant's classy.
Yeah. I have
Some of the best food in that fucking...
The owner, Nick Costas,
Yeah,
looks
he's the
like
man.
fucking
Shout out to Greeks.
what's Christopher Walken. He looks like fucking Christopher Walken. I met him years ago before I even played the club at JFL. It was called Just for Pitching. It was like you pitch. In fact, I didn't get New Faces. I only got in this thing where I had to pay for my hotel. But I pitched a show called Paladin that was like, do you remember Highway to Heaven? Or Touched by an Angel?
I remember Touched by an
remember
Angel.
Touched by an Angel.
I watched that with my
That
grandma.
was my Uncle Angel.
So there's a show called Paladin about a guy named John Paladin, and he wanders around like an angel, but he's just some guy. So he wanders around and just like helps people, but it like fucks their lives up. And then he has a guy that travels with him, who's just traveling with him to make fun of him. He's like a super ironic.
Was a troll.
Yeah, yeah, like a troll. And it turns out that guy is an angel, and that's what angels do. And that was the whole
shit.
But anyway, I had a bunch of funny ass shit for this, and so I pitched at this thing, and I didn't sell it, but I got writing jobs from it, and also this guy Nick Costas from Hilarities, when they were opening it, he's like trying to sell me on playing it. He showed me the pictures. I'm like, dude, I literally will do anything.
Yeah.
I paid for my own hotel. This.
Yeah.
So funny, dude. Yeah,
Do
that
you
club's
believe in
great.
angels?
I don't know. I don't think about those things. It'd be cool if they were real. Because
Did
then
you
I
grow up religious?
not even slightly. My parents did religion because their parents made them do it.
What religion?
Well, my father is Greek Orthodox and my mother is
Really?
Catholic. So like they both were like
Wow.
oppressed and
Catholic
they both
and
didn't give a shit.
unwashed Catholic.
Yeah, they both
Yeah.
didn't give a shit either. So like
But like
So that's
an
why it's a
angel
good
though, but an angel only exists in the Catholic, right? Does it exist in the
no, it
Christian
does in the Greek
religion?
Orthodox too. My mother actually converted to get married to my father to placate her mother-in-law. You know what I mean?
To be Greek Orthodox?
Yes.
It's like Seinfeld. We had to become Latvian Orthodox.
Yeah, it's
The
weird.
dating
Right?
shit.
Yeah. But like in that religion too, you become baptized and confirmed in the same moment.
That's some shit. Hey, religion is the most
all Gregorian.
They
profitable
got their
shit
own
in
pope.
the game.
I like
Yeah.
other popes of other like.
Come on, there's no other popes,
Yeah,
player.
there's an Orthodox
Yeah,
one,
there's
and then there's the Egyptian.
We have a different Easter, the Greek Orthodox.
Yours-
My dad does a different Easter.
Yeah.
So like I'll hit my dad up. I'll be like, "Happy Easter." He's like, "Not mine, bro."
Huh, he's like, we're
There's
in,
a
we're in
fucking
June, bitch.
You know, you ever hear of Egyptian Coptics? They have their own pope too.
Yes.
And then
Well, the Egyptians were first, right?
all those Christians from there. It's interesting. It's, in Iraq, when we fucking did that adventure there, we fucked it up for all the Christians there because Saddam protected them.
Yeah.
So if you meet, they're called Assyrians, not Syrians. Assyrians.
Assyrians.
Yeah.
And those are like Christians from back in the day, like Chaldean
George Press
Christians.
story's going deep today.
My father,
Kurt,
my
fucking-
father was, my
they-
father was born in Egypt,
Yeah.
and he grew up
What the
Greek
fuck?
Orthodox, so he was like ostracized because he wasn't Muslim.
Greek Orthodox is probably closer to the original shit than like even Catholic because
Yeah, they still do like
Roman, yeah.
Gregorian chant shit.
So
they still do.
check this out.
Yeah.
Egypt has temples. Mexico has temples. Who else has temples?
Aztecs
everybody
and
does.
shit. Is that Mexico?
Everybody
Yeah.
has temples.
No, there's no temples in Mississippi.
Yeah,
Yeah,
even
they
the
kind of
fucking
are.
natives. There's fucking mounds.
No,
and
but I'm
pyramid
talking
shit.
like the pyramid style.
they
ones,
have
dog.
they have those.
They knocked them
There's
all
one
down.
in the
I
south.
don't know.
There's one in the south that's called that. I didn't realize this. I found out about like way when I got older, but they had millions of fucking natives living here that had like cities and shit.
Ah.
Like, and they had fucking. I don't
No,
remember
but,
what it is, but
I'm trying to trace back to like before Christ time.
yeah, before the
Did
pyramids.
Mississippi
look,
have
oh,
them before Christ?
Oh, I have no.
Did North Carolina have one before Christ?
There
have
were
no idea.
people.
Did
here.
America have one?
There were
Maybe.
people
I
here.
don't know.
No, yeah, but like, so what I'm trying to say is like that's how I picture the original human. You know
You
what
want
I
to
mean?
hear something weird that I just heard the other day? You know,
Please.
Oxford University in England is older than the Aztec Empire.
Nah.
Yeah.
Well, it makes sense, kind of like you think about
It
like
goes back that, okay, so our legends are like George Washington and shit, right?
Yeah, like you.
In
you
England,
have
their legends are Arthur and a dragon. Like
zoom
they're
out.
that
Yeah,
old.
Well,
Zoom
like
out.
That old.
Yeah, the Aztec Empire we had before that. We had the Olmecs.
The Olmecs, they didn't know. Yeah, that's cool because they didn't know who built
and they
the
said
shit.
they were giant people.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I just always trip out like fucking
You think they were
original
Samoans? I a little
people.
bit too.
I don't think Samoans were around first.
Well, if you look up all South American history, you'd be surprised how many Japanese came there and how many fucking Polynesians, and they might have come like way early.
So are you saying though that like when it was like Pangea and shit started splitting off,
There's
that
no
they are
humans there.
derivative of other things?
But you know
Pangea's
what?
before people.
Hey, back to Samoans. Like,
No, I mean saying
have
like
they ever been
engineer-
invaded?
Yeah, Hawaii. That's how we got
America
Hawaii.
owns
Like,
it, right?
how do you invade? They're all bouncers.
Well, wasn't
How
it
do you
like
get in?
owned by who owned it? yeah.
Imagine though, they're like, "Hey, Oos, we need to check your ID, player." Like,
That's so funny.
there's
dude.
just
An island of bouncers.
yeah, like
I've never seen people more built to be bouncers.
how do you
Or
fuck-
singers,
Huh,
or
they're like, hey,
angel
homie,
voice.
you guys can't park that ship there. VIP's over there.
yeah.
Holy shit! It's the ultimate bouncer body.
How did you
do
get
that?
in there? Yeah, how
It's
did
either
they
like-
take him over?
You saw Prometheus,
No.
the one that's like an alien prequel that came out with. You might have
Oh,
seen
yeah.
I saw it, but I don't
I
remember
did.
it
But
because
you
it
know
was
the
kind of boring.
engineers, the aliens, every Polynesian I know looks like the chiseled engineer, or they're 800 fucking pounds. There's
Either
two
way, they're
fucking body
strong.
types. Either way, they can sing beautifully.
Yeah.
And anything. You
Dude,
know?
I mean, when I went to Hawaii, the biggest
Samoans are more brutal than the Hawaiians.
Polynesians, all of them, but you're
Samoans,
right, yeah.
though, dog.
Oh, wait,
Like-
where's Samoans from? American Samoan? Where else?
Samoa and New Zealand Samoa, right?
That's Maori. Well, they said it Maori.
Isn't it all just blending over the islands over?
It's
You know
just-
what I'm saying?
dude,
Like,
my cousin married a Maori. I say Maori. I don't know. My cousin married one of them dudes, but he got raised Samoan, some weird shit. They're all Mormons.
Not all of them.
No, his family.
some of
Okay.
them are Christians too,
Yeah.
right? Like
Jehovah's
Tua
Witness?
Tagovailoa
So-
and all that shit.
A lot of
didn't
them are
know-
linemen.
He was a Mormon, and he played for Brigham Young. So,
Well, that's how they
Brigham
recruit
Young
the
University
football players, yeah.
is a ton of fucking Polynesian
Yeah,
Mormon.
that's how they
because they're
recruit
like
them.
fast and they could play those. I don't know football, but he was something that's like they're
That's
not
how
usually as fast.
Monte Teo was very. There's
Yeah.
Christian
Dude,
too.
and
They
I
get
knew
the
back
Christians
when
in there.
Monte, you know that story of what is it,
Monte Teo, yeah.
When that story happened, I'd forgot until I saw the HBO thing recently. That guy that got catfished
Yeah,
by
yeah,
the
yeah.
fucking
Yeah, the
Polynesian.
Notre
player.
Dame.
And
he
I
was a San
remember
Diego
people
Charger.
like, "Oh, he must be gay the whole time." I'm like, "No, dude.
No.
He's a fucking Mormon and he's Polynesian. You
Yes.
don't know how
He
these
really
people."
fell in love.
Dude,
Well,
I was
now
Jehovah's
it's a
Witness.
tale
I know
as old as
exactly.
time now.
That guy had no like. They're called affinity scams. It's like when someone of your own race scams you, and you trust them a little bit more because they're. But Polynesians, that's like intense. That's like
Yeah, that's disrespecting
Yes.
the family.
That
that's
guy knew
somebody
him
getting
too.
in
That
through.
guy
That's
knew
like
him.
how molesters get people in shit.
That
you
guy
know?
knew him. Cult leaders, they're all this. They're like
Well, they're all
prayed with
cousins.
from
And
within.
then-
Yeah.
He's innocently like, dude. When I was Jehovah's Witness, if I think of what an innocent, like how lucky I am, like I'm just lucky that
To be lifted, dog.
like the kind of shit that I could have done to myself because I'm so dumb, and luckily just kind of pretty decent people were around. And I did like bad people who were kind of decent were nice to me. That's
Right.
I made every idiot like Mr. Magoo decision, and that's what that guy. That's I'm that guy. And then they're like calling him gay. Like that was why. And then the whole documentary they got.
Not only
fucking,
were they calling him gay, like people on the media, like top
Anderson
tier
Cooper,
media.
that piece of shit.
Anderson Cooper, who is gay,
because he can't
Hold
comprehend.
on, what'd he say?
he was like outing the
They're
guy
all
as
saying
gay.
that he wasn't tricked. He must be gay because how could you? Fall
Anderson
for that?
Cooper said that shit, and it's
'Cause
like, how
Anderson-
fucked up
yeah.
is that as a gay man to say that about?
Anderson Cooper is
say he was
first
gay.
of all,
You're
he's a
outing him?
Vanderbilt. He's such a piece of shit. He can't even conceive of that innocent of a soul. He can't even conceive
Yeah.
of it. He's like a New York rich guy, like lizard person.
Yeah, he doesn't
So-
know anything that's going on.
And if
underneath
you're
this
not
world.
like people that are like that, they can't believe you're not like that. Like they can't
Right.
believe it.
he's like Succession. Like,
I wasn't even.
Yes.
I
like
wasn't
the
even
little
religious
brother that's
growing
like, I'm
up,
gonna
but
jack off in front of my grandma.
I wasn't even religious growing
Yes.
up, but I was like a baby. Like I was innocent.
Well, that's how you're supposed to be. You're supposed to be a babe unto the world.
Well, that's
which
the thing.
makes
I
you
was just
vulnerable
like
to shit.
vulnerable, but like people thought I was like chill or whatever. and they like brought me into their thing. So I saw the bad things.
Well, if you meet a genuine Christian, they're like delightful. But there's like 3 of them in the world.
Yeah.
Hey, this podcast has been fucking crazy, and I love that you guys are here.
Oh, are we ending? I'm sorry.
Can I show you the first question I wanted to ask you guys, and you see how off chart it is? To what
I'd
we're
love
doing?
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who do you think smokes the most weed? That's a rapper
That's a rapper.
or hip hop artist.
There's rappers that I don't know about because I'm not
Like, who
like
would give
hip.
a shit? Like, first of all, it's weed. Like,
No, but like I've been around these fools, dog.
but okay.
But like weed is
Look,
like I
weed
can.
is not like, wow, that guy does a lot of coke. Like, weed is like,
Yeah.
you're only getting to a certain point. No matter
Exactly.
how
No,
much.
I can
I've
smoke
seen people
weed.
go beyond that. I've seen people
No.
put me to sleep. And like I've done coke.
100% that's happened to me.
I've done coke to try to keep up with them, and then I was like, "Why am I asleep, dude?"
I don't
be real.
say I don't say shit
From
about
Cypress
myself.
Hill.
I believe he smokes a lot of
He
fucking
smokes more weed than anybody I've
May
ever
I say
seen.
though, I don't say a lot of like positive shit about myself. But like when all these people like tell stories, it's like I smoked weed with Willie Nelson. You're like, oh, let me guess, you got high. Like I
would do that though. I mean,
No,
that's
see,
the thing.
but I
Like,
tried
can
to
smoke.
hang.
I
I tried
can.
to
I
hang.
can hang. I can hang.
Dude, I don't
That's
think
what
you can
I-
hang with Be Real, bro.
I think I can.
Oh shit!
I don't say.
does he dab?
I
Is
don't
that what
say.
it is?
Everything.
I don't brag about shit.
I don't make it a
often.
contest either.
No,
Exactly,
I
I don't
didn't
either,
But I
but, like-
just I wanted to see because like
Like, if I smoked more than him, I wouldn't be proud.
Right. Like
I would be
exactly.
like,
That's the thing.
you
Like
smoke
I'm
more
not
than
like.
the guy from
it's
Cypress
not
Hill?
that.
Why?
It's just like I only hung out for 2 hours.
There's a reason Joey Diaz like fucked with me in the beginning.
Joey
and it
Diaz,
was
I
'cause
bet,
I like.
probably is one of those.
I wasn't
can
like,
hold a lot.
Be Real will smash them.
Well, I don't doubt it.
I'd
I mean,
like
that is
to-
the guy-
And I'm not even kissing ass. I was just in shock, bro.
I'm worried about him now.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I
gotta
don't.
cut
I
down a
don't.
little
I
bit.
really don't like. I hit like a ceiling, and it's just like everything else from there is like I can keep going.
Do you know? Do you ever see that
doesn't
video of
matter.
2 Chainz getting the $40,000 blunt?
Yeah.
Okay, so just how you were about that. That's when I was like, because what do you get for 40 grand?
Yeah, like
No,
what
I
kind
feel-
of
you
blunt?
know, but like-
It doesn't get you
No,
higher.
there
It-
better be
it's
PCP in
gold.
the blunt
They
for
put
40
gold
grand.
on it, and then you, I guess, smoke gold dust, which is. But anyway, I mentioned that the way you just did, like like that on
I'd wanna do
Rogan's
heroin.
show.
Uh-huh.
The guys from the company sent me this nice ass fucking package.
Oh my god.
They
Yeah.
came, and then it got confiscated in the fucking mail because
it
the
was
glass
too
broke,
much.
not because
Yeah.
of weed. I figured. But they came to another show I had and brought me the case with my name.
Wow.
on it. Just I brought it up like how you just went like
Yeah.
like
No, dude, it was weird. Dude, like, you guys don't understand. Like, I'm a fucking fan of Cypress Hill. Be
Sure.
Real
yeah.
is.
Who is
Cypress Hill's fucking great.
But, like, to
They're
me,
dope.
it's different because I'm a Chicano. And they're
sure,
from, like, Southern Cali.
Of
And I
course.
got to see them in high school. And, like, I get invited to do the fucking, the smoke box where you smoke weed in his car.
That's
and the
dope.
windows are rolled
I'd
up.
love to do that.
And hey, homie, I smoked 2 joints, and he had his like 4 or 5, and I was like, all right. And then we hung out afterwards, and then I was just like, I'm gonna go do a bump. I can't hang. And when I did 2 bumps, came back out, we're still smoking.
even with coke, you
Yes, and then
Coke doesn't wake
I
me
was
up
gonna
from
do.
weed
I was
and
supposed to
shit.
do E-Zone's podcast after that, and they
I
were
get a
like,
panic attack from that.
I fucking fell asleep, and they woke me up, and I did the podcast, and that's when like I knew I was like,
you get good coke though. That's why.
yeah.
The thing,
That's how you could.
But the
that's
good
how
coke
you-
wouldn't have put
but
me to
Coke
sleep.
doesn't help me with weed. It helps me with booze. Like I remember the first time I ever did. Can I say? Can I talk about this?
Yes,
Is it good?
yes.
The first time I ever did Coke was when I was with my girlfriend, a bunch of friends. We used to go to this bar near my house. It's called The Bend. And I was like at the end of the bar, like morose, like sleeping on the bar.
That's not.
And
good
my
coke.
friend came in and he goes, no, listen, my friend came in and he saw me like that. And he goes, come here.
Oh,
and it was the first time I ever did it. He like gave me 2 bumps. And I was like, I drove everyone home that night. Like I was like a
That's
doctor. I
right.
was fucking like, what's up?
How
how are
long
ya?"
did it last?
I went home and I fucked my girlfriend like I never fucked her before.
You
dude.
were like limitless.
Yeah, dude. It was like, and I go, yeah, dude. I felt like I was on Limitless. Like I was like this.
Actually, in my room.
It was like I broke the glass and like I woke up and it was like amazing. You would think that I would want to do it every day, but I was like, no, that is the emergency switch.
I think it's dude. Well, also the thing I worry about from shit that I've done is not the coke. It's like God knows what else.
the
I
mixture.
well,
in
yeah.
New York,
Ugh.
and not just New York.
But when
dude,
you
I've
have-
gone to grimy places and gotten shit with like Who the fuck knows? And it comes out through your skin, so you're like, it's awful.
But that's the thing. You have friends that like do it often, so they're not getting shitty shit. You know what I mean?
Here's what I learned.
So if you don't want to do it often, they give you a little like, hey, wake up here.
Did you ever see The Light
smelling
Sleeper
salts.
with Willem Dafoe?
No.
It's pretty good. It's by the guy that wrote Taxi Driver. It's called Light Sleeper. It's from the 90s. Susan Sarandon and Willem Dafoe's a coke dealer in New York in the 90s during like a garbage strike. And it's like somebody knew all about how that shit worked in New York that made that movie.
There's so much. Yeah. New York has so many customers.
Yeah, and it's like a good fucking movie. I gotta watch that fucking movie. Yeah, Light Sleeper is called.
I want to write a coke movie, dog. I don't think they'll let me.
They will.
Well, who won't let
We're
you?
getting back into it.
I'm too real with it.
No, get real with it.
Here's what I want you to do.
There's enough stuff now.
Okay? Now, you're a straight male, so that's a drawback against you.
I know.
You are Mexican. That's
even worse.
That's good. No,
I'm not Latino. I'm
Can
Mexican.
you try to be blackish? Can you try to turn blackish for the TV?
I love my kids too much.
Can any of your kids transition? Any of them look into it?
Can you get any of them into it? Can you lie about
you go
one
like,
being
hey,
transition?
I'm
like
George.
I said, my movie's not coming out.
You can do it, dude.
You
Write
probably
it.
get funding, dude. I bet you get funding to make a movie. That'd probably be pretty good.
I've done like crazy coke.
You make like a Friday or something, dude. I bet.
Yeah, no, dude. Like the best coke I ever did too was my second baby's mom. Her dad was in the cartel, and he would just have kilos in
What
the
year
freezer.
was
Which cartel? Because I am with a certain. No,
I don't want to. Yeah.
What year was it?
2001.
That's cool that you remember.
Look, they're all
like your
the
best one
CIA
was 2001. That's like 22 years ago. And you
Yeah,
remember.
I know.
That's cool.
And we're best friends, and we're best friends to this day. Like she hangs out with my girlfriend, my baby's mom. Like we're best, and her dad, just like, yo, homie. It took me to another. Back then, I was a construction worker. You know what? This is
What'd you do in construction?
I
What
was
did you physically do?
I was a cement mason. I was a
What's that mean?
A journeyman. I could set
that's
forms.
Like you were like into.
I could set forms of curb gutter, cross gutters, sidewalk, A curb.
As a mason, do you get into that group, that club?
No,
masonry?
this is different shit. This is
No,
like
journeyman,
what's
though,
a
is
journeyman.
not- that's like you did it.
Yeah, I'm a journeyman. Like I could set forms and finish concrete.
Oh, can I get a work ball?
I just hung sheetrock and roof shit. That's
No,
what
dog.
did.
I was like, I could pour concrete. I could rod it. I could
It's
float
like Total
it.
Recall.
I feel kind of like a bitch that I never did anything like that, you know?
Hey, homie, it's crazy, dog, because like
I still got a callus from my stupid screw gun because I have to hold it at a weird angle till we get the. Nothing's like flush like it's supposed to be ever.
Were you always handy? Like, or were you
No.
just like,
No,
this
I'm like
is like a
almo-
job you did or whatever?
I've been compared to some kids that got on each other's shoulders and put on a trench coat to get into a movie. My grace level.
You're tall.
hey, I fuck the best when I was doing construction.
Yeah, well, the endurance.
You get up at 6 and dude, and back then, like I used to hang out with the big boys. I was like so when you get to work, they got these guys called line setters, and then they shoot a line with stakes. Like this is, and I got to hit him in, and the guy comes behind me, and he takes a grade. There's a little pin right there that has a grade. It says 36 inches to curb face and 3 feet up for top of curb. So that's how you'd measure the curb, and then the gutter's like 12 to 18 inches or 10 inches long.
You're making my like head hurt. Like
I was
in
just
school
that
again.
fool, but just boom, slamming stakes in the morning. Then
You knew that math though. That's crazy.
I'm good at math.
I'm
very
bad at math. I'm
yeah.
fucking
Yeah,
terrible.
I just
at the
eyeball
strip
it.
club, I could tell any bitch what 20% and 15 and 10% is.
Dude, I used to rob the pills out of people's medicine cabinets when we do the sheetrock, like almost every time.
Yeah,
A lot of people had pills.
I never got to go in the houses. I only did once because we were doing R&R, and you do R&R's you place or remove on one day. You do it in a housing where people are still living there. And I fucking had the worst fucking breed off a roach coach. And I was finishing this lady's driveway, and she was out there looking. And I go, hey, ma'am, I'm going to shit my pants, or I'm going to have to run across the street. I'm not going to finish your concrete like you want it. She was like, go inside. And she had those old lady. I'll never forget those old plastic cushions and shit where you sit down on, dog.
Oh, yeah.
And like I took a shit, and some of it went on the cushion. I was trying to clean it off so bad.
Oh, my God.
But it was like that's a weird yellow, huh? Like that stomach acid, you Pittsburgh Steeler yellow.
That's It's like vomit. You puked out of your ass.
It was weird, dog. And I just remember going back and going, hey, here's $50. Get in the toilet seat.
Oh,
dude,
fuck.
my buddy Joe Cordova, I had my best friend when I lived in Toms River. My two best friends were Joe and Jesse. And Joe was from Costa Rica, and he did HVAC shit. You know, and his company he worked for, they had to fire a guy. Some dude was working on the boiler or something in somebody's basement, and the lady left that lived there, and she came back, and she comes downstairs, and this dude had a blanket set up, and he had like 4 Barbie dolls on a blanket. It was jerking off.
Yeah, it's crazy shit out there. Construction workers back in those days were crazy.
Fucking shit.
I started it in 1996.
Yeah, this is back in 95.
Yeah. And, dude, I started with, like, the OGs of this business. I'm so glad I got with the tough-ass fools, dog. They used to call me the mosquito when I first started.
Why?
Because I would just fly, run everywhere. We need nails. I would just run. Because, you know,
that's
like
a real job. I mean, that's not like, it was me. Dude, the place where I worked, it was the guy, I lived in a duplex.
No, we were doing jobs, a whole park in Agora Hills.
Is it Union?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a fucking, so.
I had to go to school.
I worked for this guy, Chaz, who I liked, but he was pure white trash. And he had like a common law wife who was like fat in the middle, but her legs were skinny. That kind of chick. And,
wow.
And she would like poison him sometimes. Like we go to work and he'd be like, see, that's my girl.
It was like antifreeze.
She looked like a
piñata,
piñata, fat with skinny legs and shit.
It was just like, and but he gave me a job because I had no fucking work. And it would be me and this guy who was, he worked at a gas station until he got fired. And then he would work for Jazz until Jazz would fire him. And then he'd go back to the gas station. And he had a metal plate in his head. I think his name was Randy. But I just remember I went to Art Institute of Philadelphia, which is not a prestigious school, okay? But I just remember doing the roof, and they would just call me college. Hey, college! You know, it's like Apex Tech.
Yeah.
I don't need a college to hammer nails. Like, that was the whole job. And I think Randy's dead now. I'm pretty sure. I think it's a good bet.
That's hilarious.
You guys ready for the next question?
I'm excited. I'm excited.
Yeah, I forgot we were even doing that.
Did we even answer the first one?
Yeah.
I feel like we went all over the place.
Who do you think smokes the most weed?
I say Cypress Hill, whatever. I'll give it to.
I'll go Snoop. I guess I don't know.
That's a good. I think Snoop and Hill would be a good one.
Yeah.
But he's later. These guys have been doing this shit since.
They got it. Like it's got to be because it's a constant basis. Like,
yeah.
You know, Snoop's been doing it for 40 years or whatever. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, do weed like that. It's like, I mean, I smoke a lot of weed, but I just can't imagine getting old and being like, I need to smoke the most weed. Like,
no, it's not that. I just wanted to know for me.
It just happens, I think, at that point. You know, like
the strongest
you just keep
weed.
going,
Now that might be what.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
How do you guys think music producers make their beats? Is there like do they do it like comedians? Do they like take notes with each other or like?
I'm trying to figure out at this new stage of my life how to write new jokes.
Beats that would be good to cut out.
So but sampling, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay. Did I tell you guys what Puff Daddy did?
He had fucking Biggie killed? That's what I think.
No, Puff Daddy would get all his artists together and put them on an island and just be like, look, here's turntables, here's sampling shit. Like, here's all these jazz and oldies and funk records. I want you guys to come up with some fucking beats for me.
Oh. They would take
that's
the publishing
like
rights.
That's like the Chappelle Show sketch.
Yeah.
Dial on.
All right, you guys, we'll be back like a hood rat in a Cadillac late. Boom! Yo, this is George Perez Stories. We already took 2 breaks. We're coming back. We got Josh Potter, Kurt Metzger in the building. Hey, dog, I love it because, like, this is George Perez Stories.
The camera overheated.
I know.
We had to take it
multiple times.
Like, we're sharing
the stories are too hot.
It's our fire coming out of our mouths.
Fire.
Yeah. But Precious, speaking of Precious.
Yes, the movie Precious.
Right, the movie. It was based off the book. What was it called? I don't remember. But
Don't Fuck Me, Stepdad.
The mother in the book like explicitly makes Precious eat her pussy.
Oh, how's she gonna learn?
I don't know. That was kind of my favorite part of the book.
Mariah Carey's in it. I think she's pretty good in it.
Yeah, she plays that counselor.
And Joe DeRosa told me this, that the commentary...
Is Joe DeRosa in it?
No, he watched the commentary of Precious.
Oh, that's fun.
I've never seen Precious, but Joe told
It's
me.
fucking crazy.
He told me Mariah Carey is good in it. He goes, the thing that's hilarious is Mariah Carey, some fucked up scene where she's talking to Precious about some fucked up thing that happened. And Mariah Carey's like, oh, this scene was like really upsetting because the director wouldn't let me wear makeup.
You know,
And then I snuck in some makeup. That's her whole
dude, Precious is that, you know that song by Tupac, Brenda Got a Baby?
No. Oh, you know.
It's a song that's like, I felt like it was the video of that song, but the baby got to live.
Mongo?
Okay. What was the baby aborted or something?
In the song Brenda
It's
Got
a
a
slow
Baby,
baby.
yeah. No, it's just like she's this young chick that has a kid, so she doesn't know what to do, and she gets rid of it.
Oh, she kills it.
Brenda's got
It's
a
like
baby.
one of those prom like dumpster babies.
Do you think
Oh,
abort?
I went to the prom at the same place that prom mom gave birth in a toilet.
No
If you remember
shit.
prom mom.
You went to that school?
No, different school, but we went to the same place for prom.
Oh,
And
I
was
see. It
2
was
years
like
after
a-
I graduated, I think.
It was like a banquet hall or something.
So that's something I got going for me.
That's pretty cool.
I like how you guys made the producers smile and cringe right now.
Yeah, prom mom.
You remember that?
Prom, no.
It was the prom.
She
She,
gave birth in a toilet at prom, the girl, and back in like.
she didn't even like know she was pregnant, quote unquote. It was one of those where she's like, "I thought I had a bad burger,"
Wow.
and she gave birth to a baby, and then she just like
She
left
was
it in the bathroom.
homecoming queen.
Prom queen.
I mean,
probably.
it's quite a surprise if you didn't know.
Do you guys want to hear my other
Was she
question?
was she that fat? Was she that fat?
No, no.
So
You know,
like,
hey,
how
what
do you
happened
not
to
know?
Octomom?
I think
Remember
she
that
died.
chick?
I think she died. Right?
No,
Nah.
no. I'm gonna look that up.
The
right
chick
now.
that had all those kids?
Hold
Yeah.
on a fucking goddamn minute.
Octomom, are you alive? Is Octomom alive?
Everybody's on this right now.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
love
yeah.
it.
Hey, I just threw that out there. I don't fucking know, folks. I just talk out of my
She
ass.
died at 56.
She
No
did die.
way.
I told you she died. I remember that
Wow.
story actually, but I don't remember how she
She
died.
lost. Wait, no, this is a different Octomom.
She died from having too many babies out of her vagina.
They were going to give
This
her.
is not their same Octomom. This
Oh,
is,
my
Yeah.
bad. Okay.
This is a British one that they were calling that.
There's
Hey,
a-
but
UK
right now,
version of
what I want to
Octomom?
talk about is completely off the
yeah.
topic.
What's your question? You were about to.
This
say
is my
that.
question.
Okay.
She's 47 Octomom.
Yeah.
Well, it's not that old.
There's a conspiracy going on about Jimmy Butler.
I am all in on this. I'm loose change on
is
this.
So
Jimmy
Jimmy Butler
Heat.
is on the Heat, and he's a
The top
badass
player.
shooting guard.
Yeah.
And they're saying he's Michael Jordan's illegitimate son.
Why?
Because he
Because
doesn't know his
he gamble
dad
a
is.
lot?
He doesn't know his dad is.
He doesn't know who his dad is,
Okay.
and then Michael Jordan played in his city where his mom, and
When he was
supposedly hooked up
conceived.
with his mom, and I
Is he
guess
the
Timeline. People
Fits
have
perfect.
What does he look
fits
like?
perfect.
How dark
Like
is he?
Jordan.
Oh yeah, they
dog.
put it face to face.
The
There's-
Jordan
But
dog.
he's short. He's a shorter Jordan, but with his dad's power.
Didn't Jimmy Butler play for the Bulls too? Isn't that
Yes.
crazy? Yeah.
This
Yes.
is like The Quick and the Dead. You ever see that movie?
No.
That Gene Hackman and Lee is like a quick. Sharon Stone's in it.
No, but this is different because like this fool plays like his dad, finishes like his
Right.
dad.
And he's like so
What's his
humble.
name?
It's Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy Butler.
He like is not a star, but he's becoming a star
Yes.
through the underground. Like I'm not even a
Oh.
basketball guy. And
That's a
he's
little
like
Jordan looking.
Dude, they do the conspiracy
do the half
picture.
and half. Yeah, look up like Jordan,
Oh, he
Jimmy
ve-
Butler.
he
They'll
looks
do
very
There's
Jordan.
a half
Do
and
you
half. of
think
them.
so?
Dude, I'm all in on this. I want it to be true so bad.
Well,
do
if it's not
too.
true, you're racist. So just so you know,
Okay, that's fine. I mean, you can put that.
he
on
looks
me.
like Jordan. Like no, he doesn't.
to make it
What's wrong?
work. To make it like, I just
Well,
want to believe it's so
the,
bad.
the question I want to flip on. So
Yeah.
everybody knows they're saying this is Jordan's son. He
Because
did-
how cool of a movie would that
I know,
Yeah.
but who do you think your dad would be?
Oh, this is like Apollo Creed. This is like Creed Part
It
3.
is. But who do you think your dad would be if he was a professional athlete?
Gargamel from
Oh,
the Smurfs.
I don't
yeah,
think
you
I'd
do,
have
fool.
one.
You do.
Judah Freeland.
Where's
decided
Israel?
my dad's
That's the
a-
name of the cat.
Azrael?
Azrael.
It's not
Dude, that was that
Israel.
quick for a cholo?
I was
People
allowed to
think
watch
I
that
look
shit
like
as a kid.
Stephen
Oh,
Hawking.
wow. Yeah?
I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to
Why?
get good. You know,
because
I'm.
of your wheelchair.
It's exactly. I should have a wheelchair.
Dude, he
I
looks
wish I
like
had.
fucking Michael Jordan.
Yeah,
he looks
dude.
like
How much
Michael
does he
Jordan,
gamble?
but like
That's how you're
bigger.
gonna, don't even DNA.
Does
test
he
him.
have a gambling
just like
addiction?
Jordan, he lost his dad too.
to
Well, he didn't know his dad.
No, but Jordan's
no one
dad.
tells. His mother won't tell him who his dad is.
Yeah, that's the crazy part.
But his mother said His dad played in the NBA.
Yeah, and I think Jordan paid him
Dude,
off.
this looks like Michael fucking
Right,
Jordan.
she might have an NDA.
Yeah.
And she's making a
Well,
bunch
this
of
should
money.
have been what Space Jam was about. The new one.
That's
not
what I
LeBron
said.
James.
Space
That
Jam 2 should
space
have
my
been...
dad jammed.
Yeah. I got jammed by Michael Jordan. Jimmy Butler could have
Your
played
dad
him,
would be Gargamel?
No, but I mean, it's not an athlete.
You kind
He
of look
didn't-
like a handsome Mr. Bean, though, too, fool.
You could be
been-
like-
Okay, I've been told Mr. Bean, definitely.
Yeah.
What's your nationality?
I've been told Nicolas Cage at certain points in my
Yeah,
life.
Nicholas
Really?
Birdcage.
Nicholas Birdcage. I've been told Pee Wee Herman one time.
No way.
What?
Fuck no.
And the guy who said to me,
Jeff?
no, no, some Puerto Rican guy in Jersey City goes, no, I mean, he's famous.
Don't
He
be
knew it
walking
was
around
not a
here
good look.
looking like that fool's funny, dog.
I had a Caesar cut, so maybe.
What's that guy's name? Paul Rubens? He's the man, though, kind of.
Whatever. I don't give a shit.
What do you do? You
kinda
jerk
look
off in
like
a
the-
theater? Who gives a shit?
Who's the fool from
A
You
porno
look
thing.
like Indiana Jones' dad a little bit.
Sean
Connery?
Connery?
Yeah.
That's a
My
great
hairline.
compliment.
I mean, that's like the best
I don't
one
know,
ever
but
got.
you kind of do a little. Like if
Give
you
me
do-
a handsome one now.
I've never gotten a better one than that.
You look
that's the
like-
greatest one I've ever gotten.
You
Yeah,
look
give
like
me a good
Brad
one.
Armpit.
Who's that? Brad Armpit doesn't sound good.
I don't even want
Brad
to know.
Armpit. I get it now because Brad Pitt.
Armpit.
Brad Pitt,
Sorry.
Brad
Oh, you're giving him a
Armpit.
Mad Magazine treatment.
Yeah. Like people say I look like a Rick Fox on drugs.
Okay.
Wait, who's Rick Fox?
Pay for the Lakers. I was kind of
I
like,
don't know
fuck.
sports.
Rick Fox is white, isn't he?
No, he's black and
Oh,
white.
okay.
Right?
Is he?
Don't get mad at me.
Yeah.
Wait, can I look him up?
Oh, he's half and half.
Is Rick Fox your dad?
Nah, I don't know who I fucking look like. And then Red Band said I look like that fool from Indiana Jones. That's Temple Doom.
Yes.
The fool that rips the heart out.
Yes, the
Kaliman.
badass that got Kaliman.
Kaliman,
Yeah,
yeah.
you do. Yeah. You
Wow, that was funny.
He
do. Dude,
nailed
that guy,
it.
That guy was in a bunch of
Wow.
shit too. He was in a bunch of movies.
Wait, Rick Fox. I want to look up. That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, that is
Look at the
fucking-
heart-ripping-
Kaliman guy. Yeah.
Kaliman.
Aztec
Kaliman.
heart-ripping jeans. All right, Rick Fox.
I used to do shrooms on my Twitch stream and do Kaliman like to invoke
This is Canadian
for video
actor.
games.
Have you guys ever done Sherm?
What's that?
PCP?
No.
No, so I have heard of Sherm as like three different things. Like I had a
It's
girlfriend.
embalming fluid.
It's like what?
It's embalming fluid.
Yeah.
No,
but that's
so-
not PCP,
okay,
right?
so-
Yeah. Well, no, it's
You
di-
tell me
yeah,
if I'm
it's a
wrong.
Sherm stick.
So I thought Sherm was the Sherm that my
Look up
ex-girlfriend
Sherm
had.
for me.
Sherm could be a bunch of shit. I think it's supposed to be PCP like here, like it's dipped, right?
Yeah, but I think it's
In
embalming fluid, right?
It's dipped in embalming
Dude, embalming
fluid.
fluid.
Can you read it
Do you know
out?
how people started smoking that? I had a buddy who went to prison in Florida, and he was like, "Yeah, they smoked embalming fluid." But it was a nickname for PCP was embalming fluid, and people just heard that and started smoking
Oh.
fucking,
Wow.
which super cools they called it, where you dip a cool in.
Yeah.
I never did that.
We did. It was
Ooh.
weird as fuck.
Dude, you're not supposed to do that.
I know.
Somebody made a mistake and thought that PCP
Well, we
was
did it
called
with weed and coke. It's called Lovely.
So Sherm, I thought was coke, like it's a little bit of coke mixed with weed and some other, but that's East Coast.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
over
yeah,
here,
yeah, 'cause
that's
it
called
used to
a
be
It's
like-
different.
spliff.
Sherm could be a bunch of shit.
Yeah, because they would say like you'd put it at the end of your cigarette.
But
or
in
something.
LA, I know it was PCP and something, and yeah, like
Who has better drugs, LA or New York?
it depends.
Like
What
in
kind of
LA,
drugs?
if you get it from a Mexican, it's bomb because it's like from the border.
I've had better coke here than there,
Yeah.
but I
Yeah,
also
I
am
would
at a
say
different status in my life
You
now
know me.
here
You
than
could
there.
find, but okay. So when I lived in New York for 20 years, so at some point you meet enough like drug people that you can find the best that you could
That
get.
came
Right.
in.
Yeah, right. So and then that's when I would get like DMT and shit back in the day.
Wow.
You know, it wasn't as known of a thing now. Oh,
Whoa.
God damn.
She's
Like in Buffalo, I could get the top things.
I used to get more. I used to get fucking opium.
I never got
Yes, dude, it would be so. You'd smoke like a little rabbit
Yo,
pellet.
Opium is
that. You stick your Peaky Blinders?
Dude, it was
no,
fucking.
opium. Like it's like if weed was like way better.
Yeah, it's like you put a little ball in.
It's hard to find. I've been to 6 Fish concerts. I've never seen the band Fish one time. I went to the parking lot to find Opium, and I did each time I went. There's grilled cheese sandwiches, and I don't know if you can do it here, but
This girl,
I did
Mary
this-
Claire, we used to go to a cemetery and smoke opium. Oh my god!
I've had it where somebody
She's
thought
the
it
one
was
that got
hash
away.
and we smoked it, and it was like
I've only smoked like meth with chicks and had crazy sex
Opium is just
out of a bong. This one chick, I won't say her name, but I have her name tattooed on me. And she made like a water bong for speed. And she put ice and root beer in there, and then we put the speed on the
why
fur.
root beer?
Because the taste
The
would taste
flavor?
like root beer, the flavor.
You gotta
Wow.
kill that
Dude,
nasty-
it was, dude. We were smoking this shit in Orange County, and like she was like, George, take me somewhere I've never been. I took her to Runyon Canyon,
That's probably where I live.
and I fucking walked that whole thing with her so fast it was. And then,
Oh,
like,
on meth.
yeah, and then we ended up getting a hotel. It was fucking wild.
that's the best.
That's hilarious, dude. I mean, I do that hike all the time. Not on meth.
Dude, it was insane.
Probably.
It was like at 5 a.m. too.
You went like the Nazi army blitzing Poland.
Yeah. Well, there were some people out there.
No, I'm sure.
Really?
Yeah.
At nighttime?
No, it was 5 a.m.
Oh, my
like
bad.
once 5:30.
Oh,
hit,
so it's like the go-getters are out
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
Yeah.
My bad. Okay.
People that don't do meth are out there.
Yeah. Did that fuck you up, like seeing the awake people?
No, because it was like I cared about this bitch back then. I was dumb and young, and she made me feel so good. Imagine doing drugs with someone and you make each other feel good.
Oh yeah, dude, that's the best part.
so
That's
you
what I'm
didn't
saying.
even
Like,
care.
I'll give the girl a shout out, Mary Claire. You're the
Like
best.
she was happy. I've never been to Hollywood. What the fuck is Runyon
That's
Canyon?
hilarious. She was from here, and she
No,
never
she was
know
from
it.
Orange County. Dude,
That's what I'm
a
saying.
long
Orange
drive.
County. That's not that far.
Do with traffic?
I mean, it is. It's like I came here being totally foreign to everything, and everything seems so far away.
Wait, where are you from again? Buffalo?
Yeah, and it's like this girl though. We did opium in a cemetery. We went to my cousin's grave.
That's fucking weird.
What?
It is weird, but it was like hot.
Woke
It's like
your
a
cousin
spell.
up?
It was
Yeah.
fun, dude. The opium was like top tier. I remember it was like smoking like flowers.
Eiffel Tower with the ghost of your cousin.
It was my cousin's a girl, but
Hot.
yes.
That's even less
Let's
gay.
And I remember I'm like, my grandpa's gonna be buried over there. Like it's a cemetery on my street, like of where I grew up, and it was like the hottest shit ever, dude. Opium is. You unlocked a core memory when you brought that up.
Yeah, I'm good. The most.
Opium, if you get the chance to smoke opium,
Yeah,
smoke
dude.
it.
I can't because like I'm the kind of guy when I like something, I find a way to
Dude, it is
use it
not
not
like,
to kill me.
You know what's
No, I
fucking-
came
let
off
me
a
tell you
pill
something
thing.
crazy.
I came off a Percocet
Yeah.
thing, and I smoked opium, and I was like, "This
Dude,
is
opium
like."
is like the weed of that. Like, that's the least bad way to do it.
Yeah.
It turns out, so Oxycontin, which
He's
I was
right.
hooked on.
Yes, exactly.
Now,
That was
I
Percocets.
can't, when I was buying Oxycontin, I knew what it was. I wasn't like a person that got tricked
Right.
like early on.
You're such a savage, Kurt.
Okay, before that, but I found this out. Because at a certain point, you do so much Oxycontin that they're like, you got to switch to heroin or
Yes.
stop. Because
Wow.
the heroin's not as bad for you.
Yeah, it's watered down.
Heroin, when that first got invented, that was a fucking pharmaceutical that was
Mm-hmm.
promoted as a non-addictive substitute for morphine.
And Oxycontin
That's
was the
right.
same thing.
They
I
do
seen
it
the show.
over and over.
Dope sick, right?
Yes, heroin was promoted just like Oxycontin. This shit happens over and over and over again. Opium, the one you hear about being so bad, yeah, there are people that got worthless on it, but that was before this other shit was out. Like,
Yeah.
that was like old school, like getting worthless on opium. Like when you smoke opium, you're like, oh, this is like weed or something.
Yes.
Wow.
It was like the
Dude,
opium.
opium is the least.
It was like the
strong-
heroin version of weed.
That's the
It was-
healthiest way
yeah.
to probably do it.
I can't believe you guys are convincing me to smoke.
Dude, the Percocets.
opium.
I was on
I got off of
Percocets for
Kratom.
years, and like the
Kratom.
opium was like less addictive, and it was like, it was just like me and this girl would make out, and it was like we were in like one person. It was amazing.
No, it's dope. Hey, dog, it all does is crazy.
Sorry for endorsing.
So my last most fucked up question, and I smoke weed, and I was thinking of this question at work, but I'm big on toilet paper, dog. I like my
Get
ass.
a bidet.
No, but and that's what I
You
was
still
thinking.
need to wipe.
What do you think the Kardashians use?
I think they use a
Baby wipes, probably.
slave's
Like some
mouth.
expensive baby wipes, huh?
Or maybe they got an expensive toilet with a bidet. A
But-
bidet was so much better.
But how do you dry it?
You gotta dry. You can't just
Like that
splash
shit will
water.
burn you. Your
I guess
skin.
toilet paper. Whatever.
Yeah. What do you think they use? Like, what's the baller shit out there? Like, it's probably
Silk?
imported.
You think they use
huh?
like silk
Dude, they
or
got
something?
fucking bidets that'll dry your asshole. Like, it's crazy what they got now.
Don't you feel like air
I would
drying
feel
your
insecure.
assholes? I wouldn't like air drying my asshole.
Like, I can't
You
just
think
put
that?
my hand there and be like, dry it. Dry it.
Wait, no, you don't put your hand. Keep your hand out of it. That's unsanitary. There's a little knob, and I used to be sponsored by a fucking bidet that was like a nice.
Ah.
I had
Did
to
it dry
install-
your ass too?
Yeah.
I went to Paris one time, and it was like the nicest hotel in the history of time that I've ever stayed in.
You drank out of the bidet?
No, but I mean I would have. It
Don't
was
drink
so
out
nice.
of it. It's not a water fountain.
But they had a bidet that was like Japanese almost. It was
Yeah.
like with
South
the
Park
buttons
did an
and,
episode
like,
about those Japanese toilets.
it was crazy, dude. It was like it had different modes, blah blah blah, and it like heated your asshole and then dried it and then like did all this shit to it.
Yeah.
But I still wiped.
I've never, like,
By that point, you don't care what toilet paper you have.
I got fucked up with toilet paper when I went to prison because it was so cheap. It would make my ass bleed.
Dude, I don't know how
was it like
people use
sandpaper?
dry toilet paper.
Yeah, but in prison food, it's like the worst. And I remember I
can't,
would,
like, wet it at
I would,
all?
I would wet it, and then I'd be like, "What the fuck? I got red." So I remember, like, I would make an ass tampon. I'd be like, "You know what? Fuck this shit." I would just get toilet paper,
You'd be bleeding that much?
no, and just like put it on my ass.
That's like Ari shit.
It's weird shit. I don't know what it was back then.
That bathroom has the 2 toilets facing.
That's fucking.
Oh yeah,
funny.
dude. That's
That's
my nightmare.
You just sit there facing.
That's my nightmare, dude. I wouldn't be able to.
Well,
handle
hey,
that.
fellas.
Can you have you shit in front of a man like another guy?
Yeah, when
and you
you're
can
in
just do it.
prison, It's not that you can just
You
do
just
it.
figure it
It's-
out after
It's a
time?
camaraderie that we built with each other.
Right.
It's kind of like I love you fools. I would be a celly with you all day. When you would shit, I'd be like, "Hey, homie, check it out." You make a curtain to block the smell, and then I would just go and
Can
hang
the
out by
curtain
the
block the
desk.
smell?
Yeah,
Well, like,
because
I-
you're flushing.
I'll say this: I've shared hotel rooms with many comics over the years. You know, when you're doing the road together or whatever. And I remember like multiple times, best friends of mine who I love, and they were like, "I got to shit so bad" while I'm in the shower or something.
No,
And then they shit. I got the curtain up. Doesn't matter. They're shitting.
Something
And
about
I remember
the
I
sound of
wanted
that
to like.
shower.
I
puke,
can't
dude.
smell your shit in the
I
shower.
wanted to puke, dude. Yeah, I wanted to
Yeah,
puke.
but
You had friends
it's
that did that?
different.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a
talk
good
to
guy.
them?
His name's Matt Wayne. You know,
And then, like in prison, you in prison, you get a
Did the road,
sock.
we still do the road ones.
You get a sock and you put soap in it. So while you're taking this shit, I'll bang
It's
that
like a
sock
booth.
on the
Oh,
wall,
that's nice
and
of
the
you.
powder comes out, and I can smell it.
Oh, that's nice of you. It's
So,
like a
yeah.
little air freshener.
But hey, fellas, we've had a fucking good time. We've partied. We've chilled.
I love
fucking
coming here,
love
dude,
you guys
every time.
coming. Josh,
I texted you to ask to come.
dude, I bug you all the time, and you're always welcome.
I'm so glad I got to
fucking
come
love
here
you.
when you came.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So where can all my fans follow you, Josh, and what's coming up?
I got a Instagram at Josh_Potter. I got a YouTube channel, The Josh Potter Show. Check it out every Wednesday. New episodes.
Kurt.
KurtMetzgerComedy.com and Kurt Metzger Comedy on Instagram. I think I need more Instagram people. But Kurt Metzger Comedy. I used to have Kurt Metzger, the domain name, but I didn't like keep it up or whatever.
Who stole it?
Kurt.
A guy named Kurt Metzger stole.
Is that a common name? I mean, it seems like not a common
No,
name.
it's not. But Kurt Metzger, gay-friendly realtor.
Smart.
And
All the realtors are now.
yeah, but like, what do you mean gay? Like, are the realtors are like no
Yeah,
homos?
yeah. I'm
Like, it's
straight,
weird to
so-
specify.
He's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
no homos, but home loans.
Anyway, Kurt Metzger Comedy. That's me.
Hey, everybody, my June 17th show, 8 o'clock, is sold out. They added a 10:30 show at the Stand-Up Comedy Club in Bellflower. Tickets are selling fast. June 17th, 10:30 show. Tickets available. June 24th, I'm at the YouTube Theater with Fools Gone Wild. Tickets are selling. Grab them fast. I want to thank you guys for coming out. Fellas, hit the subscribe, hit the like, tell your fucking friends. We're trying to do this. This is George Perez Stories, episode 318. With that being said, take a shower, brown power. Late.
George Perez Stories.